All right, this is the Illusion reporting from Malibu, California, somewhere on Spaceship Earth. Today, I'm at the Malibu Lagoon, and the reason I'm making this message here at the Lagoon, I'll get to in a minute, but I think this is going to be my last message stateside for 2 weeks. I'm leaving to Indonesia because I'm going to go on a surfing fantasy trip for 2 weeks, so I'll be off the coast of Sumatra on a boat. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make any posts or not, but hey, technology is worldwide nowadays, so change that frequency when I get there. But I thought I would make a post, and what I wanted to do was talk about the energy field we create in our life. Now, if you've been following my videos for the last year and a half, I think you'd know that going on a boat trip off the coast of Sumatra is ultimately been in the back of my mind through most of the story, which is what this is all about. Is I had to go through a lot of ups and downs to get to this place, to have a shot to go and surf the fantasy surf trip. And I guess what I want to say is that we don't lack anything in the dream. It's only our ego telling us that we don't have what we're supposed to have. And what we're supposed to have is everything that is directly in front of us at this very second. We don't lack anything. It's impossible to lack when we're in contact with source energy. But I think if you've seen the arc of my story over the last year and a half, there'll be points when I'll think that I'm lacking something. I'm lacking surf, I'm lacking a girl, I'm lacking a job, I'm lacking a place to live. And you'll see that the minute I let go of that story of lack, everything I need tends to appear as it's supposed to. But it's when I let go of it all that it appears. So what's funny about this trip is I didn't do anything to facilitate it. I got invited to go on it. There's an interesting story about how the boat is paid for by a surfer who is financially successful. So the boat's paid for. All I had to do was pay for my plane ticket. And fortunately, I'd saved up some dollars and am able to pay for my plane ticket and get myself over there for the 2-week fantasy tour. And I have just enough savings for when I get home to start on the new adventure. So I'm using this time over in the surfing fantasy land to refocus my energy about what my life is all about and who I am as a human being. And that is why I had to come here to the Malibu Lagoon one last time before I left, because this is the lagoon that I talk so much about in some of these videos that I will be defending on June 1st if I have to. Literally, I get off a plane May 31st and June 1st this project starts. So I might go from fantasy surf trip to LA County Jail in a matter of 12 hours. But hey, you know, that's out of my hand. That's in the universe's hands. But if I take it as a story, if I use the right frequencies, and it's not, oh, universe, will you save the lagoon? It's me accepting that the lagoon is saved, that the lagoon is not going to be destroyed. And if you guys out there could help me defend this by seeing yourself walking through this, enjoying this in the future, just as you see it in your mind right now, feel it in your heart. I know in my heart that this is not going to be destroyed, because that is the frequency that I'm going to choose to generate while I'm off the coast of Sumatra. I'm going to take all my energy and I'm going to put it in my heart, and I'm going to focus on this place on Spaceship Earth, and I'm going to protect it from my own ego. My ego tells me a story of destruction, a story of people that want to destroy this, but that's just my ego. It is impossible to destroy this if I vibrate on the right frequency. And if you all help me vibrate on the right frequency, this will remain as it's supposed to. A beautiful lagoon, look at that. And that's what this is all about. This is all about us just accepting the now. And it took a year and a half to get to this point of being able to go on a really good surfing trip. But I wouldn't have changed that year and a half, because I think you've seen through the videos that I've grown substantially as a human being. I'm not the guy who started those videos alone in a trailer without electricity a year and a half ago. I'm becoming freer and freer with every moment that I experience in the now. But part of being in the now is accepting the low frequency moments of life and getting through them, knowing that they too will pass, as long as I keep my eye on the prize, which is constantly reminding myself that this is all a dream, that you cannot be harmed in the dream, and that to resist is to suffer. As long as I don't resist anything that is occurring as it occurs, everything should be fine. So I'm not going to be in resistance to the potential negative fate, but I'm going to actually focus on the successful fate. The forever enjoyment of this lagoon by its critters, its wildlife, its plants, it's us, it's God, it's universe, it's the whole thing. So I guess that's my final message here as I take one last look at the lagoon and I send my love to it, and I get ready to head to some islands off the coast of Sumatra. Yeah, shakadakain. Pretty pumped. Anyway, this is the Illusion out. I will try to broadcast as the trip goes, but I got all my memory cards, so I should be able to make a pretty bitchin' movie either way when I get back. Late, everybody, let's vibrate at the highest frequency possible and make all our dreams come true.